guys, and welcome to another episode of the SoFLo Sports Show. Episode, I think, like 140. Eventually, we're going to stop counting because it's just getting a lot. But 144 as of now. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in now and who will tune in later. Tonight, we have such a special episode with two of our pals. They've been on the show before many times. We're excited to bring them on tonight, talk a little Dolphins, and talk about the schedule, and then do the raffle, which a lot of you are here to see the raffle. I know two people are already here. We have Juan and we have Robert Tracy who have raffle entries. So we're going to get to that in just a little bit. But thank you to everyone tuning in tonight on this rainy Miami day.
It has not stopped raining down here. I mean, we could use some rain, but geez, it's been nonstop and lightning. It's been
monster
crazy.
Storms.
Yeah, big storms down here. So hopefully wherever you guys are watching, you're having better weather than we are down here. So
yeah, no, it's just obviously hurricane season started June 1st. And it has just been non-stop. And the storms down here where we live, close to downtown Miami, are terrible. So for those who live in South Florida, 'tis the season. We have a whole full rainy season ahead.
Yes, we do.
All right. So tonight, later on the show, Lou and I are going to cover, obviously, the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals. It's a weird time for us this year since the Panthers and the Heat did not see postseason action. So we're kind of seeing it from the background. And it's less stressful, but it sucks. It sucks.
Definitely less stressful. Both the teams actually didn't even make the playoffs. But, the Heat, it's been a couple of years. They were last year in 2023. But the Panthers, they had been doing the whole June Stanley Cup thing for the last 3 seasons. So this is a little strange time for us not seeing our Cats playing for the Cup.
Yes, definitely. So in just a few minutes, we're going to talk, bring Mike from DolphinsTalk and Biggie Ian on the show. We're going to talk a little Dolphins mini camp news, get their outlook on the schedule. Obviously, the schedule dropped a few weeks ago, and we already know our opponents and when we're going to be playing them, so we'll hit on that. And we're going to talk to Ian and get a health update. Like myself and all of you, we've been following his journey. Recently, some good news, so we're excited to hear that. And all the money we have been raised in the last few months, almost a year now, is going to his family vacation, which happens to be pretty much in just a few days. I mean, it's happening in June, so anything in June is a few days. So he'll share everything that's going to be happening to him and his family real soon.
Yep, and we're going to be doing, as you mentioned, the drawing live for the amazing Richmond Webb jersey and photo, signed Richmond Webb jersey. But again, the more important thing beyond crowning a winner tonight and giving that to somebody is the fact that every single penny that was raised and everybody who donated goes towards Big E and his family's trip to Alaska. And couldn't be happier to make sure that they all have a spectacular time out there.
Yeah, but you can't keep asking me if you could fit in his luggage. I mean, it just can't happen, Lo.
Hey, whatever. If he can make it happen, I'm in.
Cannot happen, Lo. All right. So, then I mentioned before we're going to talk the NBA Finals, NHL Finals. Lou is so anti-Knicks. I didn't know this before I married him, and he actually made me watch the 1999 Heat Knicks series, and I'm like, okay, that does make sense. Me being from New York, New Jersey, I don't hate the Knicks, but you are
I hate the Knicks.
So anti-Knicks.
Whole different segment. And this is speaking of championships, you mentioned the Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals. The World Cup is in 7 days. That is, look, I'm not the biggest.
We don't have tickets, so don't ask us.
We don't have tickets for that. Definitely not. I'm not the biggest soccer guy out there, but it's undeniable that it is by far the number one sport in the world. And the World Cup, specifically the final, is the most watched sporting event, maybe the most watched event, period. And so Miami, Hard Rock Stadium.
Right up the street.
Right up the street. They're getting ready to host 7 games, including 2 knockout stage games. And also the third place game. It's not going to be called Hard Rock Stadium. It's going to be called Miami Stadium because FIFA has banned all kinds of commercial and all kinds of marketing and anything of that nature.
Same with Mercedes-Benz Stadium, AT&T. They're covering all the main names. Like they literally covered, they bought a tarp where you cannot see the naming. They're very strict with that. It's just the
name of the city and then stadium. And that's all throughout America, Canada, and Mexico, which are the 3 countries that are jointly hosting this World Cup. And look, it's a big deal. The final will be played in MetLife Stadium or New York Stadium. Yeah. I don't think that's the best venue to host the World Cup final.
Again, New York, New Jersey.
But it's New York, so I get it. But that's exciting, the World Cup coming up.
Ian said you can go on the trip. You could fit into his luggage.
Yes.
But he doesn't know about you laying between him and Joe.
Okay, that might be a problem. But I think I can fit in the balcony. I'll just make myself free somewhere else.
All right. Anyways, so let's bring on our guests. Again, guys, you know them. We love them. Biggie in the house and Mike, Dolphins Talk. Come back. Let me put 3 view. Where are you at? Just there he
There it
is.
is, the 2020 Fan of the Year. And, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Oliva from DolphinsTalk. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. How you guys been?
Thank you. I got to say two things, though. I'm sitting back here listening. First
Here he goes. Here he goes.
People from South Florida complaining about a cloud in the sky and a little bit of rain. Now, look, of course, with the hurricanes, I don't want to see any hurricanes. But, oh, my God, it's got rain. You know where I live? You used to live up this way, Ashley. You know the weather up here. You got a little bit of rain. No one wants to hear it outside of South Florida. That's number one. And number two, with the World Cup, renaming the stadiums. FIFA might be the most corrupt organization outside of the IOC, where if Hard Rock slipped them $5 million, they'd call Hard Rock Stadium tomorrow. That is laughable. Now I got that off my chest. I'm doing good.
But some of these, but Mike, I will say some of these venues sound not Hard Rock. Hard Rock, I like the name. Obviously, it goes with the flow. But some of these venues, especially iconic venues that have these commercialized, sponsor names, it's ridiculous. So I actually like it, and trust me, I'm with you. FIFA is a corrupt organization, but I actually like the fact that they're not allowing corporations to, take over the stadium names.
And it's crazy too. Real quick, there's a day, I think it's July 19th, in New York City. You got one of the World Cup final games. I don't know if it's the final or one of the final games. You have a Bon Jovi concert at MSG.
You do.
You got Ariana Grande at the Barclays.
Yeah,
you got Yankees versus the Dodgers. And there's another big event. There's like 5 huge events.
And then the Jarvis Center. They have like a thing at the Jarvis Center going on.
It's the Fanatics Fan Fest. One day
at Jarvis.
You ain't moving down there in New York City while they're going on the same day.
Wow.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's going to be good luck. And then with New Jersey Transit's doing to raise the cost to take the train, and there's a lot. So, as I mentioned before, Lou and I do not plan on going to any of these games. Ticket prices were,
crazy.
They were
$8,000, right?
Yeah.
They've come down though.
But talk about ticket prices. Look at the get-in price for Game 3 at the Garden. Like what?
7,000's up to 400 levels. 7,000. You get an obstructed view.
With the obstruction, because we took the tour. Yeah.
Obstructed view.
But what? Fans have waited a very, very long time. It's the 25th anniversary of 9/11. So there's a lot. If this was my team, would I pay it? If they've been in a drought this long, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say
Dolphins. I don't know about any other team, but the Dolphins, we save up for that rainy day.
We have been saving up for that rainy day. All right, guys, let's switch gears.
We have more time to save. Don't worry. Got more time to save.
Our buddy Mike said, because they had games out there in Seattle, tickets for the World Cup is $4,000 out there. Yeah, no, World Cup, everything's expensive. Inflation, everything. So if you're a sports fan, it's been crazy. All right, let's talk a little Dolphins a little bit before we get into the raffle and Ian's health update and the trip. So
the Dolphins wrapped up their mandatory minicamp here, 3 days. Lots of you really can't analyze and overanalyze and see how you can evaluate this year's group based on this very short sample size performance.
But everybody got their contract. Everybody, got that money, as we say, right?
Yeah, so all 13 players, all 13 drafted players are signed as of today. The last one, our tight end from Mississippi State, forgive me on his name, but Seydou Traore.
The who?
Seydou Traore. He finally locked up his deal. And look, he needed to get into camp because you got Dulcich and you got Kaczmarek ahead of him on the depth chart. So he needed to get that deal signed, but they're all locked up. And so I want to get your opinion on what you guys have heard on reports on minicamp.
It's early, but what are you guys hearing? E, what are you hearing about minicamp?
I'm just reading a lot of what the reporters are saying. Some days it's the offense, some days it's the defense. I think the biggest thing for me right now is that you don't have any significant injuries at this time of the year. And I know there was a scare yesterday with the offensive lineman, Jean-Marie Salyer, I think is how we pronounce his name, where he was actually carted off of the field. And, they were talking about him potentially pushing for a starting role, or at least being a rotation backup kind of guy. So fortunately, Coach Hafley came out today and said, no, it's not a significant injury. He's going to be back a lot sooner than later. So, I think that's good to hear. And just, a lot of fight, a lot of, Coach Hafley just being out there and going from position to position. So I think it's good to see everybody. It's going to take some time for these guys to get together, to come together. It was nice to see Dave Wannstedt out there and Zach Thomas and Trace Armstrong out there yesterday, I think it was. So I think overall it was a good OTA. But again, this is a very young group of players, a lot of guys that are not familiar with each other. So it's going to take a good amount of time for everything to come together, for them to learn playbooks, for them to learn our style. But I mean, it's as good as I think it can be at this point of the preseason.
Mike, what are you hearing?
I guess the only thing that's not surprising is Austin Jackson cannot participate because he had foot surgery in the offseason. So that means we'll probably see him about week 9. So he's in midseason form. Honestly, when it comes to the team, these guys aren't in pads. There's no contact. I really don't care about any of these reports. The one report I have liked to hear about is what our head coach is doing. And he's running this thing like a military camp. He's making the guys, and he played tape this week to the players and called them out individually by number and name. He's like,
that's what they should be doing. Accountability.
Like, that's what a coach does. Not this Mike McDaniel crap that we've had or this Adam. We've had Mickey Mouse guys. Now, I don't know if this guy can coach, but at least it's a step in the right direction. We're running this like a head coach should run a team. He ain't your friend. He's your boss.
And a full-time coach. Full-time, not part-time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, don't even get me started on that.
I know.
He's a full-time coach, and this guy gets it. Now, whether we win games or not this year, I don't care. Next year, we'll see. But this is how you got to run a team. We've been trying to win games with one hand tied behind our back because our head coach is wearing fancy sneakers, fancy watches, and cracking jokes like it's a goddamn joke. People are spending good money on this team, good money on, flights and stuff. Take a level of seriousness to your job, and we got a guy who's taking this serious. Let's hope it works out. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But that's the biggest thing here is this guy's running this thing like Shula did. Let's hope it works out somewhat close to the same.
Adrian, what's happening, beautiful people? Hello, beautiful friend.
Again, the big takeaway for me, since you can't really evaluate what people are doing in 3 days worth of drills and activities, but the big thing for me is, again, all 13 draft picks have been signed, including the 2 first-rounders, Caden Proctor and Chris Johnson, 2 guys that are badly needed in this scheme. So that's great to see.
Cap also in the house. Biggie, Mike, Cap's friend.
Happy birthday to Caden Proctor. It's his birthday
21st birthday, right? Today.
21st. He could finally have a drink.
Nice. That is a man. Cheers for 21 years old. That is a man.
All right, guys. So, Ian, you took the thunder from me a little bit. No pun intended. But you started talking about Zach Thomas and the Texas Tech. And so we have a little Texas Tech reunion going on here, right? So Jordan Brooks, who came off an amazing, amazing year last year. Then you have Zach. And then you also have the newest addition, J-Rod. So beautiful picture. You want to put the picture up? So this was them, the 3 amigos, Texas Tech, the Red Raider reunion here. And I mean, look at this picture. It's beautiful. Is it too much pressure on J-Rod? We don't know. But I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, obviously, Jordan Brooks coming off his amazing year, Zach Thomas in the Hall of Fame, and there's Jacob Rodriguez, in this picture. Is that a lot of pressure for Jacob Rodriguez, you guys think? Or is he next in the lineage of great linebackers from Texas Tech?
He was picked 43rd overall. There should be a little pressure on him. That's not a bad thing, period.
Yeah, I don't think there's pressure.
Not to be like a Hall of Fame level, but he's got to be good.
Yeah.
43rd, got to be good.
I will tell you.
Year 1 per se, but in time he's got to be good.
I think these 2 guys just now catapulted the linebacker core to one of the top position groups on this team right now. If J-Rod can be as good as he was in college, and he has some of that moxie that that Zach Thomas had and has coached him and mentored him with. So I know originally we thought that what's his face was going to get traded during the draft. I know. Mike, we were talking about that actually during our draft coverage.
I still don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities, but I don't want to be Mr. Negative here.
Yeah, it might be during the season, though. It might not be before the season.
True. Or it could be in the summer, because when they had to trade Waddle, they needed to clear salary cap space. They reworked the deals, moved money around with Achane and Aaron Brewer. They didn't touch Brooks. Who gets the first extension? Achane. I'd bet my house the second one's going to Aaron Brewer. The Brooks one, and we drafted 3 linebackers. 3. So I'm not saying I don't think he's getting traded. I think he will get an extension. But I would not, if I wake up someday, pick up my phone, I see a tweet from Adam Schefter saying he was shipped off to where I would not be shocked is my point. I don't think it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be shocked either because I think out of the three, they didn't touch his contract for a reason.
Yeah, but just want to go in the chat real quick. Paul from England, we all know Paul. Hello, Ashley, Lewis, Ian. Hope Mr. B is doing well. We're gonna stay tuned, Paul. I know it's like almost past midnight in UK, but we're gonna get a good update from Ian. Also, Sandy is in the house. Sandy, her partner Jerry had some rough health news, and then just today we found out Sandy got some bad news herself as well. So Sandy and Jerry will be thinking and praying for you. We send our love to you and her sweetest dog named Shula. I just got to say. So Sandy, thinking about you and praying for you and Jer, and we can't wait to see you real soon.
Yeah, I read that today too, and I added it something on the post. And you know what? Just stay strong, and we're all behind you, and we're all praying for you. And my saying, get busy living. Just keep on living. Take one day as it comes. That's it.
And Sandy and Jared definitely live. I mean, they travel all the time. They live out in San Diego, and they have an amazing life with their beautiful little dog, Shula.
Yes, and a great name. Come on, how could you go wrong with Shula? So.
And it's so stinking cute too.
Yes. All right, so let's. Next thing I want to ask you guys, another room that is kind of depleted and needs some help is the wide receiver room, and so the Dolphins kind of addressed that, signing Jalen Reagor, the former first rounder from the Philadelphia Eagles. He's now, working on his fourth team. This is now his fifth team with the Dolphins, and very uneventful career thus far. He had a nice, kickoff return and a punt return for touchdowns, but besides that, nothing much more there. So I want to ask you guys two things. Number one, do you think that Jalen Reagor can revitalize his career down here? And Mike, if he does, do you think the reason is because Sully loves guys from Texas and Reagor is born in Texas and played at TCU? Or Big E, do you think now that Chris Greer's back in the league and he loves his Jalen's, Sully signed him up real quick before Chris Greer got to him? So what's your take on that? And no, but the serious question here is, do you think Jalen Reagor can make this team? And what did you make of Chris Greer returning back to the NFL after his very, very tumultuous time with the Dolphins?
You want me to go first?
Start on that one.
No. I was just going to say.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so with Chris Greer, he's not the GM. It's just a job in the front office. He's allowed to work. Godspeed to the Lions. That's all I'm going to say.
And good luck to him. I don't think we have, will to the human piece. To this.
Yeah.
There's no will. Wasted 20 years of my life.
Positivity over there.
My football life. I don't wish a guy ill will when it comes to like health and happiness, but just from a professional perspective, he did waste a lot of our time. Okay, there's that. Reagor he has just as good a shot as any other wide receiver on this team. You know why? All these wide receivers are a question mark. I think the rookies are going to make the team. Obviously, Chris Bell, will he or won't he play this year? I don't know. And if he does, when, whenever. But all the rest of these guys, Atwell, the two Washingtons, Jalen Tolbert, what have any of them done? So he's got just as good a chance as any of them. The best 5 or 6 will make the team. Half of them are probably going to be the rookies, though. So all the rest are fighting for like 3 spots. But yeah, I mean, it's not like he's going. It's not like he's got to beat out Hill and Waddle here. We're talking Tutu Atwell, Jalen Tolbert, Taj Washington, Theo Wee. It's like he can beat him out, I guess. I wouldn't bet on it, but he could. Why not?
Yeah, and they gave him Waddle's former number, so he's wearing the 17 there in the middle.
And a lot of us have that 17 number, so I mean, it's an easy duct tape to fix.
Yeah, Biggie, what do you think?
So Jeff, and forgive me if I have the wrong general manager, but I know we had a general manager, and I think it was Jeff Ireland who said we have a lot of 2s and 3s, and we need a lot of 1s and 2s.
It sounds like Ireland, yes, probably.
and I think that's where we are, right? And again, like Mike said, any of these guys can make the team right now. The wide receiver core is, we're hoping that Malik Washington takes that step forward and can be an every down wide receiver. He's shown some promise in the past, some great moves. And also, our rookie as well, if he's healthy, right, can make a big difference. But I don't think he's going to be ready to go week 1, even though Jeff Hafley, I think, said that there's that possibility, right? Theo Weiss is one that I am very curious to see, because I really was encouraged by him in the preseason last year, and we didn't really get to see him during the regular season. But he's one of those big body guys that we really didn't have. So, we got a lot of guys, a lot of no-name guys that can make a name for themselves if they can step it up, if they can figure it out. Halfley and our general manager, they were able to turn some guys that really you didn't know a lot about in Green Bay and turned them into really solid playmakers. And they weren't like Tyreek Hill playmakers, but they were guys that were serviceable, that would get you, 750 to 1,000 yards maybe in a season, and they did enough, right? So I think that's where we are. And regarding Chris Greer too, I think to everybody's point, good luck. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
Also, Mike from West Coast. Also, don't forget we lost the great Manny Fernandez recently.
Yes.
So,
listen, you guys know the history of our team. The 17 tackles in Super Bowl VII.
I got a chance to meet him. Yeah, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
So
he's a great player.
Definitely. All right, guys, I got one more on the Dolphins talk schedule. Dolphins talk, ironically enough. Dolphins chat that we have going on here with Dolphins talk. We all know the schedule. It's going to be brutal. I mean, if you want to talk Malik.
Yeah, I wanted to ask the Malik question.
Go ahead, ask Malik. Talk Malik, and I'll do schedule. Go ahead, ask your Malik. Go ahead.
So what do you guys, Malik Willis, obviously, he's got the reins now. But how much leash do you think he'll get? And what do you think the Dolphins need to see from him in order to not draft a quarterback in 2027?
I think he's their guy. Like, I don't think you pay that kind of money for them to say, well, we're going to let him, compete for the position. I think it's his job to lose at this point. And, the one thing that we're getting from him that we haven't seen the last couple of years is we're going to see mobility mobility from a quarterback. And he can, and when you talk about successful quarterbacks in the NFL right now, you think about Josh Allen, right? You think about our friend Kermit over in Kansas City, right? And sorry,
Call him Kermit.
sorry, and even Justin Herbert, right? In LA, these guys can make plays with their legs, and I think that's something that we have lacked the last couple of years. Or when we had a running quarterback, we were always worried to death that he might be knocked out of the game or a couple of games. So I think that's something that is going to be interesting to see, but also exciting to watch. Is he going to be great? I don't know. He's thrown some really nice passes in OTAs. I don't know if he understands the playbook 100% at this point, being with the team is as short of a period of time that he's been with the team. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that he's the guy, so we'll see. I'd love for us to just surprise the hell out of everybody, even though that's not the expectation right now.
Mike, what do you think of Willis?
He's got the year. It's his job for this year. He'd have to be really, really, really bad for them to put him on the bench and play Quinn Ewers or someone else. And I just don't see it happening, honestly. It's his job. We'll see how it goes. Here's the deal. And this is it's a cutthroat business. It's a cutthroat world. If this team's got a top 5 pick next year, guess what they're doing? They're taking a quarterback. Because if you're picking top 5, that means your season's really bad and you're taking a quarterback.
Yep.
And that's just how this works. So for him to keep this job beyond this year, team probably have to win at least like 8 games, and you have to play really well in like most of the games. Is that impossible? I mean, it's unlikely. It's not impossible. I say that, but he's a placeholder. You got a first-time GM and a first-time head coach who get their first big breaks as a GM and head coach, and they wanted a quarterback that they know, that they trust. It's only a 3-year deal they can get out of after year 2. Yeah. It's not like he's making that much money compared to other quarterbacks. And I will say this about him. Yes, he can make plays with his legs, which is good because he might have to, because you're going to have no one to throw to most of the time, I would guess. And he conducts himself like a professional quarterback. He can hold a press conference without putting his foot in his mouth. He is a leader. He can throw the ball really, really far, which guess what? That matters in the NFL. He throws tight spirals. That matters in the NFL. All the excuses that some people in the media and fans have made for the last guy, no one's going to have to make him anymore, because this guy, like most normal quarterbacks, you don't need to make excuses. Whether he's good or not, I don't know, but he's going to check the boxes that you need to check. So there's that aspect of it. And I mean, we will see, but yeah, he's a professional, and I don't know how much success he'll have. He's got a running back who's really, really good. He's got an offensive line that's going to be pretty good. Outside of that, he ain't got a lot of help around him. So it is what it is, but I think he'll be fine. And we'll see how this goes. And best wishes.
Yeah, no doubt. And I like what Juan says. Juan says, like, you don't want to root against Willis. You hope he's the guy, right? He's definitely got the job for this year. So if he turns out that they see enough from him that they're confident in him, this might be the play right here. Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State, by far, he would have been the number 1 pick this year had he been eligible. So everybody's pointing towards him. And if other people need quarterback and we found ours, this might be the way to go. So let's see how
best case scenario. That literally is best case scenario. But these people, and it's some people in the media, some people online trying, and I'm seeing it like, especially this week, trying to manufacture that there's a quarterback there's not a quarterback competition. He's your quarterback, Willis. I don't care what happens in May and June. Oh, he missed the pass. He threw an error. It's May and June. He's not supposed to know the whole playbook. It's June 4th. He's not supposed to. But people are just trying to manufacture content, not you guys, other people. Mm-hmm. So they come up with this stuff out of thin air. None of it's real. He's the quarterback. They paid him all this money not to be in a competition with a 7th-round pick who played 3 games last year and won very good in those 3 games if you go back and really look at it with an honest eye.
I hate to tell you guys this, but guess what? Week 1, Malik Willis and Fernando Mendoza. It is what it is.
That's the most winnable game on the schedule.
We are not going to Vegas only to go to Vegas to not see Fernando Mendoza. Ian, do you agree or disagree?
I don't think they throw the Lions.
Not the Lions, we're the Dolphins.
I'm excited to see the stadium and to see Vegas. So we'll and then the game will be
Mike, are we seeing Fernando Mendoza week 1?
Absolutely. He was the number 1 pick of the draft. He better play week 1.
Thank you.
Pick of the draft. He's playing week 1. Because this is show business at the end of the day. Yes, it's a sport. You want to win. Also show business.
Thank you, Mike.
Show business. You play the big ticket item that you didn't take him 1 in round 3. He's number 1 overall. You're playing him. You're playing him week 1.
Okay.
And I look at Miami's schedule. That's the most winnable game all year, week 1. I hope they get to win week 1 because after that it gets a lot tougher.
So
that's just gonna fall off.
Stop touching things, Lou. Stop. Move your claws. Yeah.
And we will see Sandy in Vegas. She said, "See you in Vegas."
Yes, we will. We're gonna see her very soon, and Jared, and hopefully she brings Shula.
Big Oat says about taking possibly a Texas Tech quarterback. Again, I don't know. I think that they're going to give Willis at least next year. So I don't.
Well,
I'm not sure about that.
In the supplemental draft in a month or 2. That's a totally different thing. Round 1 or 2. If you want to put in a 6th round pick on, which I don't think he'll make it that far, that's fine. But they're not using a high round pick in the supplemental draft, which most people aren't even old enough to remember how this works. It's just not going to happen. I could see him going to a team like the Vikings or Pittsburgh. I don't think Miami's going to play around in that pool, knowing they got a guy. If he's good, great. If he's bad, you got Moore, Manning, Lenore Sellers, CJ Carr. You got a lot of guys next year they're going to be in play for.
All right, before we shut down talking about the Dolphins, not shutting them down, and switch gears to talk about Ian's health and the cruise and the big raffle. I just want a Dolphin schedule. We know it. We've studied it. I can probably give you guys a week and you know who we're playing. Ian's going to a lot of road games. We got some we're going to as well. Realistically, just give me a number out of these games. Hands up, hopefully 2 hands, if not 1. How many wins are we getting? Mike, what are we looking like? What type of win season? Using your fingers. And this does not count.
3.
3.
All right, Ian, what do we got? 7? 7. 3. I think 5. Lou.
And
we're in the middle. You split.
I split you guys.
I said
a politician. Right in the middle.
I said 6. So
guys, in the chat, I want to know what you guys think as well. Paul just let us 5 to 7 wins. So
it's
Paul's
a brutal schedule. It's a complete gauntlet. It's not fair for a team that finished in 3rd place last year in their division.
Kirk says 4 wins.
They get the tough break that Kansas City and Joe Burrow, Cincinnati had a bad year, so they get them. It's just this is a brutal schedule, man.
Well, look at this. Here's all you gotta know: September and October, first 2 months of the year, they only get 2 home games in 2 months.
Yeah.
Good luck. And then you start off back-to-back West Coast trips for a rookie head coach with a young team with a lot of 1st and 2nd year players. I still think week 1's their most winnable game, but if they don't win it, if they don't win week 1, their next winnable game is until week 7.
Yeah.
I mean, that is rough.
That's the birthday. Yeah, they better win that game.
That's from December 6th to the end of the year. That is the toughest stretch any team has in the league.
See,
Broncos,
I could
Bears,
challenge
Packers,
you.
Chargers, Bills, Patriots.
We could spend a half hour on this, Mike, because I can challenge you on most of those games.
Challenge all you want.
Oh,
the Vikings, yes, they have a great defense, but their offense is very questionable. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, how healthy is it going to be?
I will. I'll cover JJ. I'm covering JJ.
The Chiefs have Mahomes. How healthy is he going to be when he comes back? San Francisco 49ers, you don't know which version you're going to get of the 49ers, right? And I know they have a strong defense, so there's that, but still. Anyway, I digress.
All right, you take schedule off? Yeah. Okay, enough of that schedule. Also, Lisa in the house. Hey there. Ashley says Dolphins will make a playoff push, but falls short with 9 wins.
Whoa.
Oh, we love you. Miss Positivity. We love you.
That's actually kind of the worst case scenario for this team in some ways. You're stuck in the middle again. In some ways, it kind of. But I get it.
I love it. I love it because that will mean all of our away game too. All those trips that we're making will be exciting.
Some of them got to be wins
later in the year.
Yeah.
So the away ones we're obviously going to Vegas week 1. We're doing Green Bay and we're doing Buffalo. Ian, where are you going this year?
Okay, we're doing we're doing Vegas, San Fran, and then we're going to do Indy, and then we're going to do Denver, and then we're going to wrap up in Green Bay December 20th. So we're already starting to get warm weather gear for Green Bay.
Oh yeah, Mike. Mike, you'll come down.
Cincinnati game.
The Bengals.
Perfect. All right, so do Luke.
I'm gonna make plans to see everybody. Because that's our fan club weekend. But I already have plans with Ian, and I'm gonna try and make plans with you guys. Because I already spoke to Lisa on that Saturday. I think we're gonna do a lunch. So maybe
let's have a nice
meal. Lisa, yeah. So I'm gonna try to put together a lunch that Saturday to see everyone that I usually.
I already got my Raiders tickets.
Yeah,
I already got them. I already got all the tickets.
I think with Ian, the sneaky trip he's going to like, I don't want to say the most, but is Indianapolis. Everyone says that's a great city to go to.
Yeah.
It's all walking distance. There's so much to do, and it seems like there's not a lot to do in Indy, but there's a ton to do in Indy.
That just want to watch a darn football game. Like I'm not one of those guys that needs to go see the city and goes all around. I'm like, I just want to go to watch a good football game.
We're the opposite. We need to go to all the restaurants. Lou wants to go to bobbleheads, this and that. We take it because those are like our vacation. But no, we're looking forward to. And we did Indy. That's one of our big trips that we had. We brought a lot of people out there, but it'll be good. But enough of the Dolphins. Ian, how the heck are you doing? Lay it on us. What's going on health-wise? You look good. You look like $1 million. Tell us. What's going on?
I've been feeling pretty good. Just finished up my 6th immunotherapy session. So I'm doing them every 3 weeks, and I've been wearing mine too. And my dad and his wife actually have one. I have to keep replacing it like every 2 months because for some reason it wears off.
I know. Okay, dang China.
I don't know what the deal is, but anyway, I give it to him. So anyway, the blood results, every time I do these every 3 weeks, I have to give blood, and then the doctor reviews it right there. Usually we get the results within a half an hour to an hour, and everything has been improving. Like my red blood counts, my white blood counts, my hemoglobin numbers, just a lot of really good things. So I've been very encouraged by a lot of the numbers and a lot of the things, and the doctor has been encouraged. But I asked her for the green light, or am I good to go on the cruise in 2 weeks? And she said, I want you to travel as much as you can. That's what she said. I want you to go, and I want you to enjoy your life, and I want you to go and do as much as you possibly can. So, I think the important thing that I also recognize is that everything's going well right now. The immunotherapy is working well, but that can all change in one test, right? And she's shared that with us too. The oncologist can say, has told us that you come in for a test one day and then things start going a different direction, and we got to start looking at things. So that's why she's like, enjoy everything that you can right now. So I'm fighting, loving it, and love the support that I'm getting too. And I know you're going to talk about it, but I got this. I've got it all prepared. These are our cruise documents. I got everybody's passport. I got all the documents ready. We got our luggage tags all prepared and ready to go. And now we're starting to put, it's going to be, highs are going to be in the upper 50s. Lows are going to be in the mid 40s. So this is going to be a very different cruise for us, right? Because we've always done Caribbean. So it's always shorts, always t-shirts. They've got 3 pools on deck. Well, this one, they've got 1 pool on deck. They have an indoor pool. They have indoor bumper cars. They've got
bumper cars.
Yeah, they've got indoor bumper cars.
And be careful, please. You still got the tubes, right? Be careful, man.
Yeah, no.
All right, be careful.
That's why I'm not playing basketball. They have an indoor basketball court. They have indoor dodgeball. It's really impressive. But the most important thing for us, I think, is that first of all, the fact that all of us are going to be together. So 2 weeks from today is when we all leave. Our daughter's in Boston. She's going to fly into Minnesota. We're leaving from Fort Lauderdale. We're flying into Minnesota. We're going to meet up there, and then we're going to head to Anchorage, Alaska. We get to Anchorage, Alaska at 12:55 a.m. on June 19th, and that's going to be about, what is that, 4:55 or 5:55 our time? Yeah, it's going to be a lot of traveling to get there, but it's going to be worth it because we can rest on the cruise ship. It's about a 2 to 3 hour drive from Anchorage, Alaska to the port. But it's going to be beautiful from what we've heard and seen. I've done the drive through YouTube already just to see what we're going to see.
You do that too. You do that a lot. Yeah.
But the cool thing too is that, since I shared it, I've got a Dolphins fan in Anchorage. He's like, listen, if you're going to spend a lot of time in Anchorage, let me know. I'd love to meet you.
Saw that, yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be there long enough. Like, we get in at 12:55, we're driving out at 10 o'clock in the morning to head to the port. And same thing when we come back. So we come back and we're going. So we are doing the Hubbard Glacier, which is a big deal. And one of our excursions is actually going to be going to the Hubbard Glacier viewpoint, which is like half mile away. So we get to take it all in. And then on that same trip, we actually go on a whale watching tour out there. So they said chances are pretty good. We'll probably see some bears out there. And just some amazing wildlife and views. And we have we're doing some balconies, so we could just chill from the balconies the whole time. That's what
so Paul with his British accent, I could see him saying this exactly with his British accent. Mind the polar bears don't grab your nuts. Not polar bears with your nuts.
They're gonna have to climb up the boat to make that happen. That's definitely not gonna happen. And I'm not bringing a fishing pole either. Someone had asked me if you're gonna bring a fishing pole and fish. Nope, sorry, not gonna risk getting thrown out.
Take freaking pictures, E. We all want to see the pictures. You already know the deal.
Hopefully you can see the Northern Lights. Hopefully, maybe we'll see.
It's a weird time of the year because it's gonna be light out 24 hours a day.
Yes.
So it's gonna be hard to see the Northern Lights because it's gonna be so bright out. So that's gonna be something that I'm kind of looking forward to, and I'm kind of worried about, like, because sometimes I wake up at night and it's dark, and I'm like, all right, you tell yourself you're gonna go back to sleep. If we wake up in the middle of the night and it's light outside,
I hate that. Yeah.
We're going to be like, all right.
You got to get the thing to put over your eyes when you sleep.
Well, yeah. I cover. Somebody told me clothespins for the drapes. That's
blackout shades. Oh, yep. The blackout shades as well.
I think they have that on a cruise. Yep. The cruise line does the blackout shades. So I think we'll be okay there. But no, this is, and just for everybody, this was a bucket list trip for me, for my wife. We weren't going to do this for like 4 or 5 years. Let our girls go to college, finish their undergraduate stuff, and then bring the family together and do it. But obviously, with what happened, and them telling me, all right, you've got 12 months and this and that, it's like, all right, we got to speed up the timeline. So that was why we chose to do it this summer. But I just want to take a moment, because I know we're going to be doing the raffle here soon. But I just want to take a moment and say thank you again to everyone who has supported me during this process, and everyone who has bought raffle tickets and who has made donations, because you've really made this trip happen for my family and I. And it's going to be something where everybody's going to remember. Like everybody said, take pictures. We're going to be taking so many damn pictures.
Stop, man.
Because this is going to be one of those that we're always going to remember. So, but just a thank you to everybody.
Can I lighten the mood for a second?
Please,
of course.
Let's start falling off here, please.
I remember from some previous shows, people were sending in a lot of, cards to go eat here, go eat there. How many times have you been to Texas Roadhouse? I know you got a lot of Texas Roadhouse.
Matter of fact, just so you know, Mike, I have it on my screen here. As soon as the show is over, my wife and I are going to
All
Texas
right!
Because when I did the gift card thing, people wanted to know what's his favorite restaurant. So I said, hey, what do you have? The one was Louis Bassi. Okay, you can't get an online Louis Bassi. You got to go there. Okay, then another one was like a Mexican restaurant out there far. And then he said Texas Roadhouse. Well, Texas Roadhouse, everybody knows Texas Roadhouse. It opened the floodgates. So
the man has been there so often, it might be called Big E's Roadhouse.
Well, here's what we know. We know not to go on there Tuesday nights because it's kids' night. So it gets a little crazy there on Tuesday nights. Wednesday night's a good night to go because they got prime rib specials. So if you want to go on Wednesday night,
they got good prime rib too. I love the prime rib.
But we're gonna go tonight because it's quick, it's easy, it's not even outside of the back gate of our home. It's about a quarter of a mile.
Same with me. I got one
so
literally
close.
5 minutes from my house. I don't go there all the time, but I go there maybe like every other month or so. I love it. It's the best. It's the
Our
best
closest
meal.
one's like, see,
Yeah,
we
it's
live
far
in
from
Miami
us.
Beach, so nothing.
But we
is-
go when we're there.
When we're there, we go, but it's like our closest one's at least like
Yeah,
30 minutes
yeah,
away.
yeah.
All right,
All
so
those other gift cards have been used, by the way. We did the Bamba, that's done.
Jimmy John's, all that.
Not Jimmy John's. It's Jersey Mike's.
Jersey. Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jersey. I didn't do Jimmy. I did
Yeah,
Jersey.
All gone. Yeah, that one's all gone too. We used the Italian one.
Louis Bossi, you
Louis
did?
Bossi, because when Danielle came down for the summer, we took her, and then she brought her boyfriend down for a week too, and we brought
she got a
both of them
boyfriend
down there
now.
because she
Nice.
had to
Yeah.
show him this place. So yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. It was nice. But again, thank you to everyone who thought of me, who thought of doing this. Thank you, Ashley, for putting this together and for promoting it. And it's really made a difference for my family and I. So thank you.
Glad. All right, before you and Jill get hangry, let's do this raffle, guys. So this is our third one. Here, Vanna, take this
Yes,
out as I get everything
sure.
set up. Thanks again to Richmond Webb for donating not one but two signed jerseys, and also to Mike working his magic. Dolphins Talk with the raffle we did before this with the Jason Taylor signed. Okay, well, yeah.
Yep. So this is a signed picture with Bruce Smith right next to him there. So it's a beautiful signed picture of Richard Webb. And then
I haven't heard from Richmond in a while. We got to check on him.
and then the big one is, of course,
The big one from the big
Oh,
guy.
it's beautiful. Love it.
Let's say this too before we start. If you're watching and if you win, please reach out to us ASAP.
Yes.
We do not want to do a second raffle again.
No, we don't have the time. He's going
I
on
don't have the
that
time for this to be like trying to find people on like various social media platforms. Just if you win, reach out to Ashley or myself ASAP.
And I will get it mailed to you next week. I go in summer hours at work, so I'll have a little extra time, and I will get it to you. A piece of art, indeed it is. All right, guys, you know it. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's have this. Let's do this. All right, so share the screen. We're gonna go.
Well, first we got to do the reading of the names.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do this. All right, guys. So this is how it works. Can you guys see it on your screen?
Yep.
Yes. Got it.
Perfect. All right. So this went on for about a month. And for example, Miguel de Leon, who Mike you had on your show. Oh,
Yes.
stop. This one does not count. This one does not count. This does not count. This does not count. This does not count. This is a test run. Test
No,
run.
this is a test run. We're gonna tease somebody here for a second.
Also,
It's okay.
We're gonna
Test
tease
run.
Elizabeth.
Test run. That didn't even count yet.
'Cause don't we usually have to do like a couple of spins or something like that? Or
Yeah, we gotta do all that.
that.
Okay, so we're gonna go here, and we're going to results. We're gonna take that off. Okay, so we're gonna clear the list, and we're gonna go back here. All right, so depending on how many entries you got is depending on how many times you did your name. So, for example, with Miguel did 13, so his name here is 13. But Mike, go ahead and give us those names as we go down the list.
all right, here we go. Miguel de Leon, thank you very much. Juan Vasquez, thank you very much. Victoria Stella, thank you. Jennifer Bungehagen, if I said that correctly. Sorry about if I didn't. Thank you. Rusty and Mark Angelo, thank you, Rusty and Mark. Robert Tracy, thank you. Kim Muser, thank you. Elizabeth Webb and Blake Mills, thank you both very, very much for your donations, and good luck to all.
And a lot of these names you guys have seen. Victoria Stella, she's part of our DCC team. She's done every raffle.
Yep.
Robert
Yep.
Tracy.
Yep.
I mean, also Mark and Rusty Angelo,
And every
like
year.
Mills.
Yeah.
So you guys know these
Kim
names.
is my
So-
friend from used to work with me at Wachovia Bank, so she's on there.
oh no way!
Yep.
All right, so Lou,
Yes.
give me a number 1 through 5.
Oh, you're
We're
picking me.
gonna
Let's go with the number 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle 3 times. 1 shuffle, 2 shuffle, 3 shuffle. So those names are now shuffled here. Then I'm gonna go to customize. All right, Mike, give me a spin time 1 to 60.
Let's do 30.
30, beautiful. So it'll be 30 seconds.
30
And
seconds
then-
of listening to the 70s porn music, as Paul
Oh,
James
that's-
says.
Well, is that what you want? Because Ian, I was supposed to ask you what kind of music do you want? So you could do folk, you could do hip hop, you could do disco, you could do the porn,
Reggae.
reggae,
Is there a category?
the Mexican jackpot, the ocean wave. What do you like?
Whatever you had on before. I
Let's
was
go
good with.
Mexican
Mexican
Mexican jackpot.
What is that?
I don't
know
know.
what it is.
We're about to find out. So,
All right, guys, one spin now. You know the rules. Here we go. All right. Good luck to everybody. And again, thank you to everyone who has supported.
jackpot.
I like it.
All right, I think it's spinning.
There it is. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, she won twice.
She did not get robbed. Sea Devil.
Well, there you go. You give a preview, Ash.
Twice.
Okay, so that actually, for all due respect, that actually kind of worked out well since we
And no relation to Richmond, right?
No.
Okay. Well, there
No,
you
but
go.
she can wear the jersey like it's her own. Who's gonna know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Congratulations.
All right, so to Elizabeth Webb, reach out to myself or Mike, and we will have that shipped out to you next week. But again, thank you to everyone who has supported Ian throughout this whole entire past few months. Thanks to Mike, my Batman, to my Robin, for all your support in this whole entire raffle ordeal, getting the items and just promoting it through your huge channel. And it has been fantastic, but it does not stop here. So just because Ian goes on this cruise does not mean you're going to stop hearing from us. We're still going to do a whole bunch of things for Ian. It's just going to let him enjoy the cruise.
Yes, absolutely. So, guys, with that said, thank you guys so much for joining us, Big E. We expect a lot of pictures.
Oh, you know.
And, I want to know and hear all about it when you get back. I'd love to hear all the stories. Again, don't wrestle the polar bears.
Don't let them touch your balls.
Don't swim with the orcas. I know they haven't attacked anybody in the wild, but let's not make you the first one. So, yes, enjoy the heck out of it and cannot wait to hear from, everything about it. Big E, anything else you want to share before we wrap it up?
Just thank you again, I know I kind of turned the tide a little to the sad part about them giving me a 12-month, but my plans are to beat that. So even though they say that,
What did doctors
here
know?
I'm almost 6 months in,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling okay. So
You look good. Paul said also said because you look hot in his British accent. You look hot, Ian. So.
Look, you got to stay around long enough for this team to actually win something. For
All
you.
right.
Now, I'm not promising it's going to be
Darn
this year, but you're going to be here more than 12 months. I'll tell you that.
Darn
Yes.
right. I completely
This team will
wholeheartedly
keep you
believe
alive.
that.
Or kill us all before. I mean, one or the other. We're all either going to go down with it or one or the other.
We're going to see it. So we'll
But
see.
you guys are the
If the
best.
Knicks can win, if the Knicks can possibly win, so can the Dolphins. 'Cause
Oh,
they've had
yeah.
worse ownership
right.
and a worse franchise than us for 20 years. If they have a shot, which they're real close right now, I don't know if they're going to win or not, but they're close. Why not us?
Yeah,
All right.
and Mike, to your point, the last time both these franchise won was the same year, 1973. So go figure, right? But Mike, tell everybody what you got coming up. You do, I know you do
Your shows are amazing.
amazing shows.
The most amazing guests.
Yes, so please, Mike,
We got,
let everybody know
a
what you
lot of
got coming up.
amazing guests coming up. We got we're working on a few. I don't want to jinx it because I say names, I jinx it. Next week, though, I'll tell you one.
Okay.
We have it's more because we partner up with Seth and OJ. So
The channel.
they're gonna have on. I don't know if they've said this, so maybe I should. I'm gonna say it anyways. Who's watching? They're gonna have.
SoFLo Sports Show.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if it was teased yet.
What's
But
the-
there's a big
what's the
guest next
initials?
week with them,
Give us it.
and
Give us
then
it.
No.
Marissa's working on like 3 mega guests as well. I got a couple in the pipeline, probably for late June. So we're gonna keep you occupied with some interviews with some big guests then, and of course,
Dan Marino it is. Okay, perfect. Dan Marino. You heard it first.
Trust me. I've so close to getting him twice on the show, and it fell through each time. If that happens, trust me, that'll be the best interview we've ever seen him do. And I can ask him about Willis or Tua or the current team. That would be a great interview about his life. And I only need 15 minutes to do it because I got the thing already planned out in my head. But no, not Marino. Not Marino. But yes, we got stuff planned, and when news breaks, we'll have news for you. And look, it's the off season. Have some fun, folks. Don't be glued to your phones waiting for news about this team this upcoming year. It is what it is. Have some fun, and we'll have some fun on our shows. Because if you're not laughing, you'll be damn crying with this team too much. So have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ian, where can they find you?
Ian693 or Ian Berger on Facebook, or I forget what my my Snapchat.
The right answer was in Alaska is where they could find you.
In Alaska.
Come on, man.
Texas Roadhouse or Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
Just not Tuesday nights.
No question.
All right, go feed Jill. I mean, we've kept you here longer. It's 7:30. Go eat. We'll catch up with you guys. And Elizabeth Webb, congratulations to her. Please reach out to myself or Mike or both of us with an address.
Please reach out. Please.
And all right, we'll let you guys go. We'll talk some basketball and some hockey.
Perfect.
So
real quick, good night.
Don't forget to send me your itinerary, guys.
Yes.
I really want to know.
Yes, we're still fine. Like, we have like one more hotel, but we will definitely let you know. And we're gonna do the Hoover Dam together. The Dam, Cousin Eddie and Chevy Chase, right?
They told me we're supposed to look at the Dam shop. So we'll
that's damn shop.
I went to the Hoover Dam and all I got was this damn shirt.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you all.
Later.
All right,
guys. All right, guys, stick around because we are going to wrap this up by talking about the big two series going on right now in the NBA world and the NFL. So
not the NFL, the
NHL. Sorry, I was off by one letter. I was off by that one letter, but
it's a big letter, Lewis.
It is. So, but yeah, look, I want to move the attention to the finals, and specifically, we're going to start with the Stanley Cup Finals. Our hometown Florida Panthers, of course, are not in it.
But a Canadian team is not in it, so it's not that bad.
So that's good. But yeah, they're not going to be obviously defending their back-to-back titles this year, but hopefully they're back stronger than ever next year. But the Stanley Cup Final between Carolina, the Hurricanes, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights, it's going to be a great one. Game 2's tonight, and the Golden Knights had an unbelievable victory in Game 1 on the road in Carolina, so they now have the home ice advantage. The Panthers actually have a lot of history with both these teams. They eliminated the Carolina Hurricanes in last year's Eastern Conference Finals, and of course, they lost to the Golden Knights in the 2023 Stanley Cup Final. So, this is a big deal. These are two very well battle-tested teams. Game 1, the Golden Knights, the Carolina Hurricanes.
Scored 17 seconds.
25 seconds. You almost had it right.
Okay. That's what she said. Anyways, you got up for a second. I think to put the dishes in the sink, and it happened so quickly. And you're like, did I just miss that? And it was just crazy how quickly they scored that goal.
A goal in 25 seconds. They piled on another one shortly thereafter. They were up 2-0 at home, and the Golden Knights came back to tie it up. Then they just traded goals to the end where Thomas Hertl scored the game winner with 3.5 minutes left. So, yeah, the Golden Knights now have home ice advantage. Huge Game 2 tonight. It's pretty much a must-win for Carolina. That Las Vegas atmosphere out there in that arena, the Realm, as they call it, is pretty
nutty. The Raleigh does it pretty good, too. Juan and his people out in North Carolina, they do it pretty well, too.
Yeah, no doubt. But you don't want to go down 0-2 on the road. So this is a must-win for the Carolina Hurricanes. So we will see what happens.
All right. And again, the Panthers are not in it. We had a very injury-prone season. So, guys, next year, Panthers will be back. On the NBA side, it pains Lou to say it, but the Knicks, and I say that because Lou does an NBA pool, and in the beginning of, and when I did my bracket, I wrote the Knicks, and you gave me the nastiest look and the nastiest comment. You went like this. This is what you did.
The Knicks?
No, you did.
It goes back to put it up. Sorry, did I?
Yeah, no,
it goes back to the days of the old Alonzo Mourning and Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, as you see here, Zoe and Oakley going at it. Pat Riley, who coached the Knicks and then came to Miami. So there's a whole rivalry. But specifically in the 90s, the last time that the Knicks were in the finals, they beat the Heat 3. They played 4 straight years, and the Knicks won 3 of those, including the 1999 run where the Heat were so close. I mean, great teams that the Heat had during the 90s. But you're talking about Zoe, P.J. Brown, Tim Hardaway, Dan Marley, Vashawn Leonard, of course, coached by Pat Riley. And we just could not get over the hump because of the Knicks. And we really should have met the Spurs in that 99 finals. But the Knicks beat us in that Game 5, the 8th seed, beating back then it was a 5-game first-round series, not 7 games. So that's where my hatred of the Knicks comes from, if you will.
Okay, and then me with the Knicks. I mean, if you guys don't know, I grew up a New Jersey Nets fan. I was OG Nets fan, meaning Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Keith Van Horn, Mutombo. That was one of the first pro teams I ever fell in love with. When they left New Jersey, it broke my heart. And so I would never had the desire to want to become a Knicks fan. It is obviously they represent the city. That means my heart and soul. So I don't have the type of hate that you have for them, but you did make me watch the highlights from 1999.
It still hurts. It still hurts watching that.
So with this series,
but go back to what I will say
Okay.
is that it is good for the league, good for the NBA, good for the sport that the Knicks are in the finals. And look at this. You're going to have the courts. There you see the San Antonio.
Robert
court.
Tracy said that Allen Houston's shot still gives me nightmares.
I still woke up. It bounced around the rim 3 times and fell in at the buzzer. I mean, there was 0.8 of a second left, but the game was over on that shot. But look, as much as I hate the Knicks, I will say something nice about it. It is great for the sport and for the NBA that finals games will be played at Madison Square Garden. There you see the court.
Beautiful.
There you see the finals. Script is actually written on the court. It's not CGI like it's been the last couple of years, so that's huge. Go back to, I want to show this one picture that just is so captivating. If you go back and you show it, this one right here. I mean, look at this iconic picture of, Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler was a tremendous player. This is in the 92 NBA Finals, obviously, with that amazing script on the court. These two Hall of Famers battling at it. And so, it's great to see the finals logo back, the script back, and finals games being played at Madison Square Garden.
Kirk, being a Sixers fan, it's hard to pull for the Knicks, but I'm with you too, Kirk. I mean, it's just the New York, New Jersey pride. Another thing, it's the 25th anniversary of 9/11. It's very special for the city. And then all my St. John's brothers and sisters are huge Knicks fans as well. So, and I love you guys. You know that.
But look, you got to give credit to the Knicks. They actually, pulled it out last night. Game 1.
Jalen freaking Brunson.
The Knicks were down early. They were down 14 points. Jalen Brunson, who, as you see here, just went nuts in the third and fourth quarter. But he was struggling, and he got hurt. He rolled an ankle. He banged up his knee, and yet still he came back. It didn't look good for them. They were down by 14, but they really got it together. Julian Champagnie, speaking about St. John's, he was hot in the first half for the Spurs.
I heard he still has some NCAA eligibility. He's going to come back to Johnny's next year.
He may. He had 5 3-pointers in that first half. But Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby had a big game down the stretch, and Jalen Brunson just completely carried the team.
But Lou's in love with this guy, Wemby. I don't know. He has this infatuation all of a sudden with Wemby. And you actually told me that you had a dream that you were this guy who ran on the court because you're just so in love with Wemby that you wish you were him. And this guy is a psycho, and he's actually banned from all NBA games.
As he should. But I wanted to show this picture. This is not a made-up picture. This is a real picture. And this guy stormed the court in the middle of the game and got a selfie. You see there, Mitchell Robinson is very annoyed, but he looked in. It's like an instinct now that people have.
I'd rather go to an autograph signing at a shop.
I know, but hear me out. When people pull their phones out, people are now inclined to lean in for that pose, and Mitchell Robinson is doing that. He's annoyed, but he's leading in for this selfie about this guy that took over the court.
And
Wemby's actually smiling, so that's pretty crazy.
All right, enough of that. Okay, so Knicks, I have the Knicks winning in 6. I love it for my St. John's brothers and sisters that's still their team. I love it for the city that I love with all my heart. And you obviously don't want them to win it all, but I also love Julian Champagnie, fellow St. John's Johnny, who, so I am a little torn with that. At the end of the day, I wish the Heat were in it, but if I had to choose, Knicks in 6.
Yeah, so I said San Antonio in 6 before last night. I'm going to change my pick now. I'm not saying the Knicks are going to win. I still cannot do that. But because the Knicks won last night, and, look, the Garden's going to be electric. I think now the series is going 7 games, and I think the Spurs will pull it out in 7, but I think it now is a 7-game series as opposed to 6. So
all right, guys, bring it in a different town. Go ahead. Well, I was going to say the Marlins. It's been so interesting, man. They just lost 4 in New York against the crappy Mets, and then we destroyed the Nationals. We had 3 home runs back to back to back. So the Fightin' Fish, with a lot of injuries, a lot of gaps in pitching, but we're okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of injuries. Yuri Perez is out. Jason Jank, a couple of starters are out. Andrew Nardi. In the bullpen, he's out now for a while. They just have not been consistent enough throughout the year. So that's an issue. They gotta have consistency. Their bats got to come alive. The Tampa Bay Rays are coming in for a weekend series, and then Arizona. So it's a 6-game homestand. Hopefully they can win at least 4 of those games because they cannot. They're 29-34 right now, 5 games under. They got to get back to 500.
Shout out to Heriberto Hernandez. All you guys wanted to drop him to AAA. I said, let the man play, and the man's been great. So, Harry, I believe in you.
I did want to do so I am going to rip a pack of these Wemby cards that I got. I shared
hopefully
that story.
Wemby cards.
Hopefully there's one on there. But before I do that, I want to give a update on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And look, everybody is saying that the Heat are the favorite to land him. So that is a big deal. Everywhere you read, the Heat are doing all the work more than any other team. And so, we'll see what that happens. Right now, they're chasing the 2-time league MVP, former NBA champion. And, we're going to know here pretty soon because if it does go 7 games, the NBA Finals will wrap on June 19th. And the NBA draft is just 4 days later. It's not like the NFL where you finish the season and take 4 months off. The draft is 5 days after it. So, 4 days after. On June the 23rd is the NBA draft. And you would like to think that Milwaukee wants to know what those draft picks will be used for. So if a trade does happen, it's going to happen in the next 3 weeks. So
you know what's crazy? Possibly within the next 3 weeks, the Heat might have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Zubi Ejiofor. It'll be great.
Maybe. We will see from your beloved St. John. So, all right, let's do this. I have this. I bought this yesterday. I got Wemby fever. So I bought this. I'm new to the card game. I collected baseball cards back in the day, but I haven't done this in a while. So I wanted to rip one of these packs open.
Open your cards, man.
And so
there's a hockey game tonight.
I ordered 6. There's 6 packs in here. Here's one, so I'm going to do it live. Let's see what we have. Let's see if I can get lucky and get a Wemby card here.
Do you want to help you?
Yeah, you got to rip that open. So I'm looking for a Wembyana card. They're obviously a hot commodity right now. So let's see. Got it? Be careful. Don't rip it up. All right. Okay, so.
All right, hold on. I'm opening it for you. There you go.
All right, okay. So let's see. Let's see if we get lucky. And the first card that we have coming out is a Donovan Mitchell card. Not too bad. So and these cards are actually very nice. They're the Prism, Panini Prism card. So
Panini Prism?
Oh my gosh. We hit. It is wow. It is a Wembyana card. So wow.
Is it the big one?
I don't know, but I'm going to look that up.
Okay. All right.
Putting this down. Also have
show them. Okay, show
Taylon. I don't know who this player is, but Taylon Thornton Tucker.
Taylon Horton Tucker. You don't matter right now.
I can't believe that's the card the pack I picked. But this is the
the next one, please.
This is the guy on the box, and it's actually Luka Doncic.
Oh, Luka, how sweet! And I said he looked so handsome on the box, anyways.
Yep. But wow, so this is it's a Wemby rookie card, and we're gonna look it up after the show, see what it's worth.
Look it up right now. See if we're sitting on 27,000.
I don't know about that, but no, I don't think this is the one that's that much money. But that's pretty cool. Alive, we didn't, that's pretty cool. So.
Anyway, guys, we gotta go look this up. But last but not least, shout out to St. College baseball. Again, a lot of Johnny's talk and whatever. St. John's. First of all, there's no more Florida teams in college baseball because everybody got knocked out. FSU got knocked out. Sorry. Canes got knocked out. Gators got knocked out. So very interested in college baseball. It's something I really haven't been into before, but now I'm super hooked. And so shout out to my friggin' Johnnies. Came in as a 4 seed, beat FSU twice on their own grounds in Tallahassee, and now advanced to play Alabama Saturday. You're like freaking out about this card right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to put it
okay, guys.
But that's a big deal. College baseball does a great job in the way that they do kind of like the March Madness deal. There was 16 regionals, 4 teams each. You got to beat the team twice.
And we came out.
And now they go to the super regional. So yeah, we'll see.
So Johnny's will play this weekend.
And the last thing we got for you is speaking of baseball.
All right. So one of my favorite Marlin got dropped to AAA, Augustine Ramirez. I love him so much. And he just wasn't performing both offensively and defensively. So I got the call that he needed to drop to AAA. I said, Lou, I miss Augie. Got to go see him. We took a road trip up to Jacksonville and we went to the Jumbo Shrimp, which is our AAA team, and we had a blast up there. Let me show you guys what happened up there. Just such a great ballpark. It was an amazing time. So the Jumbo Shrimp, this was before the game. Great atmosphere. They ended up winning that, and then we're going to talk about this more. I'm going to end up doing a whole video on it, but it was just a fin. He can't even talk right now.
No, did you see Adrian's comment? Yes, no, I did, Adrian. I absolutely did.
Oh yeah, so, he's actually still doing it. Meanwhile, I'm like professing my love, the whole story about Augie and everything, and he's like, yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That is a big.
I'm glad you saw this live, Adrian.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Jacksonville, it was a great time, and I got to meet Augustine Ramirez thanks to Lewis in Spanish because Augie's English isn't too great. Was like, we miss you. You said it in Spanish. I told you to tell him that I love him, but instead you told him we miss him.
Right.
And then he pointed to the guy to give me a ball, got the ball. Then he came over, signed my freaking ball.
You have it over there. Yeah.
It's the Holy Grail. So it was just an amazing time.
Show the ball.
Guys, it's right there. You can see it on my fingers. But it was an amazing time. And Augustine, you're coming back to Miami soon, so don't enjoy yourself too much up there.
Yep. And it's a great ballpark, and we're actually getting ready. I don't know if you mentioned Pensacola. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
get there yet.
So we are going to
Still
Pensacola. We're going to Pensacola in a couple of weeks, and so we're going to check out the Blue Wahoos. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos, they're the Marlins AA affiliate, so that'll be cool. But Jacksonville, great little baseball town. A lot of legends and Hall of Famers came out of there, made their way through Jacksonville and getting into the big leagues, the Hall of Fame career. You're talking about guys like Hank Aaron went through Jacksonville, Tom Seaver, Nolan Ryan, and Randy Johnson all had stops in Jacksonville.
You said Stanton too, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Hall of Fame. Hall of Famers right now, only Hall of Famers. So one at a time. So yeah, no, that's a big deal. And so yeah, we're looking forward to checking that out at Pensacola. And Ashley's going to do like a summer series about ballparks, the experience, the teams itself. So all right, I think we've gone long enough,
right.
Guys. One more time, I just pulled a Victor Wembanyama card out of this Prism Panini pack.
It's not Panini. I know you're hungry, but it's not a Panini.
Well, I think it's called it's Panini. Panini Prism pack. It's called a blaster. I got it. It's 6 packs in here. Each pack has 4 cards, and I don't know how, but this card ended up in my pack. I don't know how much it's worth. It's a Wemby rookie, and
don't disclose our address.
So
guys, we live in Auburn, Alabama.
But yeah, I just pulled this bad boy out of a pack right now, so that's a big deal. And wow, that's pretty cool.
All right, guys. Anyways, it has been fun. Oh, excuse me, we got hiccups. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for our guests, our friends, Ian and Mike. Thank you again to everybody who has supported Ian's raffle. I'm so excited for him to go to Alaska, but always keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Obviously, as you mentioned before, the news is good now, but every different blood result could mean something else. So, all right, I know we gotta go check this card.
I gotta check with.
All right, guys, have a great night. Take care. Go St. John's.
Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll see you soon, and have a great rest of your weekend ahead.
Bye.